I started to hate everybody. If I put this much effort and then this much time into this relationship and it has netted me no results, then are you saying that my love is not valuable? Because I felt like I was putting enough effort in for the both of us. Hello cuties, welcome back, and if you are new here, then hi, I'm Shavion, and we're just gonna dive right in. I used to live my life underwater, begging the people who passed by to teach me how to swim, but really, I hope they saved me. Heartbroken by the fact that no one seemed to notice I was drowning, I sank to the bottom of my ocean and increased the salinity. I thought sitting and waiting for my knight in shining armor was the answer to the pain in my chest, and in that waiting, I gave my power away. As someone who loves hard, breakups always felt like the end of me. I thought it reflected my worth, and so in that, I tried my hardest to make even the shittiest situations work. Giving all of me felt like the devoted thing to do. Stay blind and stay patient. One day they will change, but more than likely that one day will be you. In a lot of my relationships, I always felt like I was living a double life, not because I was cheating or because I secretly hated them, but because my feelings couldn't exist in the same space as our relationship. I felt like a mom most of the time, having to always pick up the mess because I knew the other person would keep ignoring it. And sadly, my response to being under love was to love them even more, because maybe someday they realized nothing could top the feeling that I brought them. And as much as over lovers don't want to hear, it just isn't true, because any guy or girl could walk through that door at any time and choose to put up with their BS because they don't think that they can find anything better, or they too feel unlovable. So they'll stay just like I did, slowly withering away as they give you every piece of themselves to fulfill your every need. I'm very happy that I have fought my way out of this unfulfilled pit of existence. There was constantly something missing in my relationships, and I've only recently come to understand that that missing piece was me. So yeah, that's why I wanted to make today's video, to give y'all a peek into how even after getting my heart slammed 1,000 times, I was able to leave it open long enough to allow a love in that truly feeds my soul.
No, it's hard being separated, but we have to keep them out of the barn or they're gonna find Peridot, remember? Ruby, stop being cute. And Sapphire, keep your eye on the ball.
Pun intended.
What did I just say?
When you hate yourself, you ignore your needs, and when you ignore your needs never get fulfilled. This has taken me my full 25 years of living to get through. You know, growing up, I didn't have my parents, so I didn't have that like foundational sense of conditional love. Like, I genuinely did not understand what it was to be lovable. I always felt like I needed to earn my place because I felt like a burden a lot as a kid, and I felt like I needed to earn love. I needed to earn affection, and that same mentality was carried into all of my relationships, but specifically my romantic relationships. You know, I felt like I needed to cater to their every need and then be this dream girl in order to even be worthy of being seen, in order to be worthy of being taken care of and being loved back. And so I really developed this whole, like, I was always a hopeless romantic, you know, like I love rom-coms. I've always loved like a good love story. Romance books was always my #1 favorite. Like, yes, even still to this day, like, I love romance. I really do. I've always loved love. It's beautiful, you know. I always feel like, you know, that's what we need more of in this world. So when I would have a chance to dabble in it and experience it, I would genuinely go all out. But sadly, I would always go for the people within the nonchalant epidemic. I wouldn't find other romantics. I would genuinely be a hopeless romantic out here. Like, there's definitely a difference between being a hopeless romantic and a hopeful romantic. You see, a hopeless romantic is going to chase love and chase somebody regardless of what red flags they see. Like, they're going to see it through. And when you mix a hopeless romantic with a people pleaser, then it's like you feel even more pulled to see something through because you've already invested so much of your time, and you don't want that person to feel like you gave up on them, because you would never want to feel like someone has given up on you. So you feel even more anchored to stay. But like when you are a hopeful romantic, you still believe in love, you still believe in grand gestures and in the beautifulness of the expression of love, but you also are able to see the red flags, and you are also able to say, hey, I deserve better. That's the main difference that I have learned as I've matured in love. But bringing it back, being with people that, I didn't put pressure on to like show me the love that I needed and to put more effort into the relationship, because I felt like I was putting enough effort in for the both of us, only left me to feel very alone in my relationships. I genuinely was always having to be the one to like bring up the problems and like address issues, and like, how people are like, do like the weekly check-ins and the monthly check-ins. Like I was the one always having to initiate things like that and come up with ideas like that, or even remember to do things like that. But when you are the only person bringing up like issues in the relationship, you start to feel like you're just nagging, and then it's not a partnership. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of my relationships didn't feel like partnerships. It felt like I was just helping them to understand what it means to be in a relationship with someone, what it means to be a partner to someone. It was a lesson on both ends, and it made me sad because I really wanted it to be true love. I really wanted it to be the forest that I would be living in. I wanted the seed that I was watering to be the forest that we would live in together in the future, and it just never turned out that way. But a lot of the times the people that I was with didn't see the value in the effort that I put into the relationship until it was too late. It would always take so much for me to leave or for things to split. Like I genuinely had to feel like I just didn't want to be here as a whole anymore. And that's when I knew, like, okay, you really gotta pay attention to what is the root cause of this. Like what it, and even if it's not the root cause, like what is adding on to it. And it was always certain things, and I'm just like, okay, I have to make a fucking change. And I'm definitely not trying to make it seem like it is easy to get out of toxic situations and situations that are like one-sided and where you feel very unfulfilled and unseen and unloved, because you really start to create this codependent relationship with this person where you kind of like feed off of this idea of them needing you. They thrive off of knowing that they have all of you and you aren't going anywhere because you're so reliant on them for validation. There's just this really unhealthy dynamic going on, and it'll go on for as long as you're willing to feed it. But I feel like when you're in it, it genuinely feels better to have this junk food of a relationship than to have nothing at all. It feels like a part of your lifeline, and it's like, what am I without this thing? And what is all of the time and the energy that I have invested into this person, into this relationship? Like, was it all for nothing? And then you start to question your value, because it's like, okay, if I've put this much effort and this much time into this relationship and it has netted me no results, then are you saying that my love is not valuable? Are you saying that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's my investment, is my money. Like, your love is like your money and your currency in this way that I'm like putting it right now. So it's like, if I put all this into this and nothing is growing, nothing has netted from this, what the fuck was it all for? Like, genuinely, what the fuck was it all for? And I swear that question will keep coming up. It's just hard giving up a dream. It genuinely is hard giving up a dream. Like, I don't know how people are even able to give up on their dreams. And maybe it's because I'm still only 25 and I couldn't even imagine like even just giving up on YouTube right now, even though like with the algorithm not pushing my stuff and like me wanting to give up, like I just know I'm not like I know that I'm not going to. And it's the same thing with a relationship, and probably even more powerful because it's two people that's feeding this dream. And bro, like I 100% believe in the power of manifesting and manifesting something with another person. Oh my gosh, like it's intense. It's really intense. And just having that intensity like disperse into thin air and it be nothing it's a tough fucking pill to swallow until you realize that it actually didn't turn into nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that there is still a lot of pixie dust from even these broken situations that we will carry with us for the rest of our lives. And like that's kind of how I view every hard thing that I have been through. I feel like it has left me with some level of pixie dust filled with diamonds and rare gems that a lot of people will probably never see. And when I do choose to share that pixie dust with other people, then it'll help to lift them up out of their situations.
She's so wonderful and spontaneous. I have no idea what she could... Why would she be a cowboy?
When you realize the person that's coming to save you is yourself, you'll see that you are worthy of your love all along. Now, this is like my favorite lesson. All of that self-hatred and that just feeling like I so desperately needed to earn love made me realize that I genuinely had to bring this up. And facing the type of people I attracted because of that belief, like I knew I just really had to face this idea of being unlovable. So I brought it up to my therapist and I started to do just really deep shadow work and just really trying to figure out, why do I feel that love has to be hard in order for me to be worthy of it? And why do I feel that the people that have hurt me deserve happiness more than I do? And like one question that really helped me is, what would I say to a friend that felt this way about themselves? Because when you think this way, sometimes you have to take yourself out of your shoes, really see how you would feel if someone was having to live your experience and have to live with your way of thinking and have to live with the way that people were treating you. What would you say to your friend that was living the way that you are? Would you be genuinely supporting them? Would you be lying and supporting them? Or would you be calling them the fuck out and letting them know that they deserve better? Sometimes you genuinely have to see things from a different perspective. I remember a lot of the times during COVID, like I would get in like such deep ruts and I would just be like, bro, I need to see things from a different perspective. And so I would stand on top of the table and just look around the room. And it was silly, but it genuinely helped. Like it was weird. Or I would change around my room, but I'm just like, I need a different perspective. And that's why I always tell y'all to comment at the end of every video, because I want to see y'all's perspectives on things as well. Even if it differs from my own, or even if it's similar, we all still have our own little gems to offer when we offer our perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because we all see the world from a different lens. Even no matter how similar it may be, there is something different and unique about the way that you are viewing the world, the way that you are experiencing it. And so putting yourself in other people's shoes and putting people even into your shoes can help give you insight on how you should navigate moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And this is when I really started to realize that I'm like actually a cool as, loving as, beautiful as person. I genuinely love my insides. Like they're so like just squishy and like I love it. I genuinely love it. And it took so much for me to even be able to say this, y'all. Like I used to talk so bad about myself. I used to feel like I was a monster for every small mistake that I did. Like I would look at the worst person in the world and think that I was even worse for a crime way smaller. And you know, maybe this also could attribute to growing up Christian and you know, them saying that every sin is the same level of sin. Like, you know what I'm saying? A PDF file is on the same level as a thief and a liar. Like, we're all the same. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was also like feeding into my whole narrative of just feeling very monstrous. I'm not going to go deep down that rabbit hole, but yeah, I genuinely had to like start writing affirmations and just putting sticky notes all around my house. I would write on my mirrors all the time. I would put them on my wallpapers. I would literally just put them anywhere that my subconscious mind could like just register them without me even needing to like pay much attention to the affirmations. But then also when I would get into very anxious situations, I had certain affirmations that I would use to get me through the moment, or you know, to just get me out of my negative headspace. And I would do breath work, and then I would say, okay, do you still feel this way? And I'm like, no, like, I don't even know why I was feeling that way in the first place. Like, it's not that deep. I can be human. If I can give other people the space to be human, then I can give myself that same grace. I can give myself that same love, and I can give myself that same space. And that's when I started creating more space for myself to just be me. And once I started to sit with myself more and actually see me and see how beautiful and lovely I was, I started to get fucking angry, because why the hell did I deserve that? I would think back to my past and I'd be like, why the fuck did I deserve that? Somebody who genuinely loved you, genuinely wanted nothing but the best for you. Not even in no like transactional way, how a lot of things are nowadays, but like a genuine, like, I just want to know you and I want to make this last, and I enjoy who you fucking are as a person. Like, you're cool, and what you make is cool. I'm just a cute fucking girl. Like, yeah, I am sassy. Yes, I do be expecting people to read my fucking mind and know my needs, and I know that's something I need to work on. I'm still lovable, even with my flaws, even with not being my prime self. And that was another, I felt like I needed to be my prime self in order to be like in the perfect relationship. Like, I genuinely thought that I had to be like slim, thick, got money, got all these creations, got a book out, got these accomplishments before like I would, you know, fully see the capacity that I could be loved at. And that is just ridiculous. Like, what do you mean? I cannot believe I was thinking that way, y'all. Like, that is so fucking crazy. I started to hate everybody. I started to hate everyone so much, like genuinely everyone, not even just romantic relationships, friendships, family. Like, I'm like, y'all had to have hated me. How could you know all the things that I have gone through? You see the wound, you see the scar, and you're like, actually, you see this knife? Let me put it right in there. Or sometimes people wouldn't even go as far as getting a knife, but they would be like, oh, is this healed all the way? Poke! Finger right through my wound. It was just starting to heal over. It was just starting to form a little scab, new skin. But you was like, nah, let me reopen it. It pissed me off for a really long time. I'm not gonna lie, it pissed me off for so long. Like, once I really genuinely started to hold myself as if I was my own child, I was like, I wouldn't want nobody treating my baby like that. I don't want anyone treating me like that. So why did I allow it? And then my anger came to myself as well. It's like, why would you allow somebody to do that to me? I cannot hate anybody else. Like, I'm literally almost incapable of hating other people. Like, I'm so understanding. Like, I'm like, you know, look at the world we live in, and, you know, look at their parents, or like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm like, you know what I'm saying, not everybody knows how to navigate somebody with as many feelings as me, or, you know, like, I just make excuses. Or it's not, sometimes it's not even excuses, it's just genuine understanding and forgiveness. But with myself, it's harder. It's like, yes, I love you, SHAE, but I'm frustrated with you. I'm frustrated with the amount of pain that you have allowed, like the amount of unnecessary pain. Like, when I was a kid, I can't help that, you know. I genuinely, there's like not much I could have done, even though There were things that I could have done, but I can't be mad at little SHAE. I genuinely can't be mad at her. But 20 and up SHAE, I'm annoyed. I'm genuinely fucking annoyed. There's just so many things I wish I would have done. And I'm not even the type of person to like live in regret. And I still don't regret the things that I have dealt with and have done and put up with or whatever. Because, you know what I'm saying, it made me into who I am now, and it gave me the perspective that I have now. It's amazing that I'm able to, like, you know, still be here. I am proud of that. But there is a certain level of frustration that I just have with how much I've just allowed people to make me feel like I'm hard to love. And if you feel that you are hard to love, I'm here to tell you that you are not. You are just asking the wrong people. You are just asking lazy people.
Whoa! I had no idea this ravine was here. I almost fell down there. And it was all my choice. Yee-haw! Independence!
Healthy love isn't easy, but it does bring ease to your existence. What helped me move past my heartbreak was realizing that it wasn't personal. Honestly, with a lot of people, there's normally a pattern. Like, you can see that you really aren't the only person that they treat this way. Like, it's just how they fucking are. Like, genuinely, like it's just how they are. Like, they aren't specifically treating you like shit. Like, they just actually are like kind of a piece of shit, and they just need to grow, you know. And it's really that simple. I've constantly had to reaffirm to myself that their capacity for love does not reflect my value. I know another difficult part of this equation for me was feeling like I had given them the best parts of me, and I'm just never gonna get those parts of myself back. Because I mean, yes, you can call your energy back to you, but I genuinely feel like there are certain parts of you that you'll insert into a relationship that you just cannot get back. Like, that part of you will die with the relationships, and some parts of you will stay with that person, just like some parts of them will stay with you, unless you're genuinely like, I don't want any parts of it, and you work to like release those parts. But for the most part, yes, some of you will stay with that person, and it can feel like it was the best parts of you that they took with them, and they got the best years of you. But in reality, the best parts of you is being nurtured right now. The best parts of you haven't even bloomed yet, because you haven't even been given the proper sunlight and nourishment that you have needed to bloom in the past. You've only recently come into a place where you're actually being taken care of. And once you are finally in bloom and you feel that first fucking rain, bro, it is genuinely so magical. Like, the way that my girlfriend loves me blows my actual mind. She has like completely defied what I thought loving me was like. And I'm not even gonna lie, my first reaction was to just push her away. Like, I'm like, this can't be real. Like, this feels too good. This feels too safe. She understood the pushing away, and she would just give me my space, but still be in the space with me. Instead of leaving, she would just take 3 steps back and just look at me from a distance, or from the distance that I needed, and we would just stare at each other until I was like, okay, please. It feels great to no longer have to live a double life, and to know that my feelings and every part of me is safe to just be in, to actually be given the sunlight that they need. Like, I don't have to hide those parts of me underground. I don't have to keep stuffing them underground. I can water them. I can give them sunlight, and they can grow into whatever beautiful expression of me that is meant to grow. And it feels really good. It really does. It's good, and it's not scary. Like, I mean, it is scary. Like, the thought of losing her is genuinely scary. I feel like that's always a scary thought, like losing your partner or losing somebody that you genuinely care about. But I feel like the fear that I used to feel at the beginning of a lot of my relationships was way more like anxiety based. You know, I felt like they would cheat on me. I felt like they would get tired of me, or it felt like there was this inevitable end that I would always have to like face with them, or this doom within the relationship that I would always have to face. And of course there was always also a lot of infatuation like wrapped into that, so there was always a sense of like urgency with everything. But with my relationship now, like, everything just feels so calm. Like, I feel like I can genuinely take my time, and as someone with a Taurus Venus like that, it really means so much to me. Like, I feel like I'm in my truest expression of love in the current relationship that I'm in, because I've been able to take my time with unfolding in love, and there's just been this pacing to things that feels safe to me and feels right to me. I don't feel rushed. I don't feel pressured. I don't feel like I need to hurry up and get them to love me so that they won't want to leave. And I'm not trying to say that we never argue, we never get into disagreements, like, but it's so mature. Like, let's just have a discussion. Like, I'm like here to listen to you. Like, we are both so present. Like, I'm genuinely in a partnership, and that feels very different for me. And I would just say recently it has, like, when I'm alone and she's, you know, at her house and I'm at mine, it's been bringing up a lot of my sadness from the past. I just feel like I'm crying for that younger me, you know, that always wanted this, but always felt like, you know, that this was just for TV, and felt like this just wasn't real, and felt like love had to be hard in order for it to be real. I don't know. I wish I could just give that version of myself a hug, and I guess I technically can, because I'm still right here. It just be sucking, bro. The things that we gotta grow through to realize what we actually deserve, and to realize what we actually need. And I'm just very proud of myself and happy that I've been able to get honest about what I actually need, and to not feel bad for having needs, and to voice them. Because it's like literally as soon as I started voicing them, that person manifested before me. And like, y'all, like, when I tell y'all she like really checks every little checkbox that I have in my journal, she really does. It just feels good to feel safe, I would say. I hope y'all be feeling safe when you click on my videos, because yeah, I love y'all too. I hope you feel more comfortable in expressing every part of yourself and every need that you have, and exploring those needs and figuring out why you have them, and why it is so important that they get fulfilled. Because it might sound crazy to somebody else, but to you, it's the key to what you need to be the best version of yourself. Sorry for all the crying. I've been in such an emotional mood today. I think I would love to cuddle with my girlfriend, but she's at her home and I'm at mine, so I'm just gonna cuddle up with my plushies. I got Sonic on the couch. I got my other little plushies in my bed. I'll probably just go cuddle up with them. Hope y'all got something to cuddle up with tonight, or whenever you're watching this.
Be serious.
There's my laffy saffy.
You're embarrassing me in front of Stephen.
But yeah, if you got anything from this video, I hope it's that you know someone's inability to value you doesn't determine your worth. Okay? Your needs are music to someone's ears. You just have to find the right ear. So don't stop searching. Don't give up. Okay? There's still real love out there. I promise. This is my heart. you can go ahead and complete the other side, because real love still exists, okay? If you would like to support the channel, then you can check out the first link in my description, which would take you to my Ko-fi. I have different worksheets with prompts and affirmations that help you unpack topics like these. You can also become a member of the channel. Shout out to Duck A for being our first member on the channel. Yes. Go ahead and join if you would like to see unedited videos of me. You can also simply support the channel by subscribing, which I dearly appreciate. As someone who is currently in small creator hell, help your girl out. I appreciate everybody who was subscribing from my last video. I think I finally figured out how to make good thumbnails, y'all. If you clicked on this video, let me know if you liked the thumbnail. If you have made it this far, then comment an orange emoji and a orange heart emoji. Also share the video with someone that you think may enjoy. Comment if you resonated with anything that I spoke on today, or if you have another perspective that you would like to offer us. You can also check out the description if you would like the audio version of this, or to check out our Discord, my Pinterest, to ask me a question, other little goodies down there. But yes, I love you, cutie, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
This is not real. It's just a dream.